Suffocandy. Good afternoon, everybody. Carn Biker here. Out for a lunchtime blat. Gotta be done. Get a few miles on. I've not been doing enough riding recently. We've been ill, so got to catch up. I thought while I'm out I might as well record a vloggy. Vloggeroonie. I was watching a few videos by the infamous biker the other day. Kev, good friend of mine. And there's two of them that I thought I would do a response to. One of them was his question, are modern bikes too powerful? And the other one was his guilty secret. Now I already knew his guilty secret, or his guilty pleasure, because we were actually chatting about it on Skype and having a bit of a chuckle. He was telling me about how he likes to play electronic Lego with that game. What do you call it? Minecraft. And I introduced him to the joy that is Clash of Clans. Time wasters we are. And anyway, I thought I'd do a response to those two. So I'll do the easy one first. So his first one was, are modern bikes too powerful? No. His second one was, what's your guilty pleasure? And he talked about Minecraft. God, that slippery road there, sliding like mad on that mud. He was talking about his Minecraft, and I told him about my Clash of Clans, but I don't think Clash of Clans is particularly a guilty pleasure. I just enjoy a game of it. So I'll tell you what my real guilty pleasure is. It's two of them, and it's TV. And I'm not a big TV person, to be honest. There's a few programs I like. I like my box sets, either bought on the old DVDs or Blu-rays, or downloaded off the Sky TV package, the satellite. But I'm not a big one for telly generally. It's more on whilst I do other things than actually watching it, unless I'm watching a film or something. They always lay the mud down just before the corners and on the corners, don't they? This road is wonderful in the dry when it's not mud. Off topic, Rich, go on, get back on top. So, guilty pleasures. Two programs. One of them is worse than the other, so I'm going to start with, I'm going to ease you in gently with my first guilty pleasure. And it's an American TV program. And I think there's been about 1 million episodes because it's always on. It's on about 15 channels on Sky. The higher numbers, the ones where they're just desperate for any type of advertising revenue. And you get to see the same programs over and over and over again. And somehow, I can watch these programs 2 or 3 times and still enjoy them. And the program is Judge Judy. You are about to enter the courtroom of Judge Judith Scheindlin. The cases are real. The people are real. This is her courtroom. This is Judge Judy. Judge Judy is awesome. It's terrible and yet awesome at the same time. If you've never seen it, I really urge you to watch it. But I should, expect it to be pretty naff. But it's essentially, I believe Judy Scheindlin was a proper judge. Well, I don't believe, I know she was a proper judge, I think in New York, in the family courts for a very long time, and she got picked out by, is it Giuliani? My American knowledge is not high, so I apologise if I'm incorrect, to be a higher up judge, whatever they do in America for judges. And anyway, she's now got her TV programme where it's kind of reality TV, but it's not done like most of them. There's quite a lot of these programs, and most of them are absolute dross. But this one doesn't seem to be that way. But basically, she gets people on who want to sue each other. Quite often, mother and child, that kind of thing, suing each other. And you get to hear the case, and then she passes her judgment, and that's it. And the rulings are final, as the thing explains. But she does it with such panache And the irritation that she shows with people who are a bit too stupid is wonderful. I think the reason I love it is the political correctness we now have in Britain stops these kind of things happening. You know, if you've got somebody who's particularly stupid, you're not allowed to say it. But she will happily stand in front of them in a courtroom, in front of an audience, and potentially a TV audience of millions, and just say, "Are you stupid? Are you thick?" And I just love her for it. I think she's brilliant. So that's my first guilty pleasure. I'm not that guilty about that one because I do tell people they should watch it. My other one though, and this is a British TV program, and I have to say this really is a guilty pleasure because it is. I mean, it makes Judge Judy look like I don't know, some kind of. Well done for thinking this through, Richard. Awesome. Well done, you numpty. So people are always in a hurry, aren't they? Yeah, good on me for not thinking of a good analogy first. I know what it makes Judge Judy look like Shakespeare. Or some kind of full-on BBC documentary. And this programme is... He really is in a hurry, isn't he? Snog, marry, avoid. Snog, marry, avoid. I have to admit to a little bit of guilt. But if you've never seen it, it's hilarious, it's awful, it's about as bad as it could possibly be, and yet somehow it works. So I'll explain the premise for those who've never seen it, and you'll probably not believe me. But essentially what they do is they get, it used to be mainly women or girls, but it does have the odd man in it as well now. But I'll talk about girls because that's they're primarily what it is. So they get a girl on who basically has no concept of, I was going to say fashion, but fashion isn't it. It's not even style. It's generally no sense of taste and decency. So it's the kind of girl who thinks that any skirt that covers private parts should not be seen in public. There was one where it was a girl who liked to go out clubbing in what can only be described as 2 sticking plasters over the nipples and a bit of what looked like the old VHS video cassette tape, the actual magnetic tape covering the rest of her. And I don't mean the rest of her, I mean the bits you're not allowed to show in public. So they get somebody like that, and and usually they're covered in so much makeup it goes on with a trowel, and they'll have the hair extensions, and essentially they look a complete state. And they have to stand in front of a computer that ridicules them. Maybe this is it. Maybe I just like naff programs where people are ridiculed. It's like the modern day equivalent of the freak show. I should be ashamed of myself, shouldn't I? But anyway, what they do is they ridicule them for a bit. They point out how pathetic and horrible they look, and then they give them what they call a make-under, basically a makeover, which involves wiping all the makeup off, putting nicer makeup on to make them look more natural, and putting clothes on that don't make them look like they charge £50 for an hour's work, if you know what I mean. And I hope £50 for an hour's work is not accurate. If I'm yes, it's £47.83. I hope I'm not accurate on that. But yeah, so again, it's just a terrible program, but somehow it works. So I urge you to watch it, but only watch it once because I think by the end of it you've lost about 20 IQ points. So they're my guilty pleasures. Thanks, Kev, for bringing up the subject. Thanks for watching, everyone. Ride safe, and I'll talk to you all again soon.